This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive at first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead, Kelso.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Tá aí a treta entre o Kelso e o Phelps aí, na época da guerra.
Cole Phelps and Jack Kelso. With some people, it's as simple as chemistry. Two guys who should have been friends, but their personalities got in the way. Phelps, a good guy, wound way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never walk away from a fight.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole. Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Wendell Bowers! Stop! LAPD! You can go screw yourselves. Why, you...
O joguinho colocando a gente em missões de tutorial pra gente aprender sobre o funcionamento do jogo, né? A missão anterior foi de tiroteio, essa aqui de perseguição e tal.
Bowers! Hold it right there!
Stop now or I will shoot. I won't tell you again, Wendell.
Jesus, Dunn! Watch your fire!
Que isso, mano?
You don't want to do this, Wendell.
O cara atirando a gente aqui sem mirar direito.
Give it up, Wendell!
Pô, o gordinho corre, mano. Nossa. Tomar na
You
cara.
gotta be kidding!
You fucking asked for it.
Bota aqui, seu Leôncio.
There's no way I'm going back inside. I've done my time.
O cara é rápido, hein, mano. Que isso?
It's over, Bowers!
Cansou?
You assholes already screwed me once.
Corra na direção de uma lacuna, um buraco, né, pra saltar por cima.
Give it up, Bowers! There's nowhere left to go!
Cadê?
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves.
Que gritinho que o Cole deu, mano. Que porra é essa? Ó o contra-ataque. Sem chance, velho.
How you doing, Wendell? Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head. This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
O cara ficou sério depois da fala, vocês viram? Congelou o rosto dele ali.
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed. These ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill, 10. Franklin, 8. Weiss, 8. Donahoe, 6. Kowalski, 6. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 2. Leadership, Donahoe, 8. Franklin, 7. Merrill, 6. Kowalski, 6. Weiss, 5. Hudson, 5. Kelso, 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
Os dois aí de briguinha já na marinha.
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up, gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solved that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one, Cole.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Beleza, então temos um caso de homicídio aqui para investigar o corpo.
Broad daylight.
Presunto.
Crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
Exame na cabeça do cidadão aqui. Olha que beleza, cheio de sangue. Ainda bem que eu não tenho frescura com essas coisas. Senão eu tava desmaiando aqui já. Documento de empréstimo.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
Muito parecendo mesmo. Tenho prestado muita atenção nos detalhes também nas pistas para poder lembrar de tudo depois, né? Pode fazer diferença na hora de... Pode não, vai fazer diferença na hora de investigar os suspeitos e tal. Aqui não tem nada. Isso aqui não estou mostrando alguma coisa? Acho que não, né? Tem um negócio brilhando aqui no chão, ó.
Shell casings. These look like 32s.
Bala de revólver. Aqui no lixo tem alguma coisa. Já sabia, eu lembro dessa parte, cara.
FN Browning. Serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here. All right. Yes, it's a dead person. This guy in the crowd thinks he saw something, Cole. You better take a statement. Don't you people have anything better to do?
Com a testemunha aqui com o lado do Tony Hoffman aqui, ó.
Sir, I'm Officer Phelps. What exactly did you see?
I heard the shots. I thought it was a car backfiring. I saw a girl run at the shoe store.
Valeu, Adam. Vamos falar então com a testemunha.
Speak to the witness before homicide arrives, Phelps. And if you think she's lying, don't be afraid to get forceful. Verbally, of course. And don't accuse her of anything without proof. Lawyers love that shit. And if you're sure she's straight up, try the general approach. See what you can coax out of her.
Pelo visto, então vamos começar aqui a investigação dos suspeitos, né? Uma das minhas partes favoritas desse jogo, cara.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Beleza. Entrevistas serão conduzidas a partir dos dados do nosso caderneta, como está mostrando aí. Detalhes a respeito da pessoa que a gente está investigando também estão mostrados e as perguntas que nós vamos fazer. Começando por essa daqui. Podemos olhar para o suspeito também, poder ver como é que está a reação dele, pá. Olha que bacana a expressão facial e tal. Tem que ter um negócio bem feito para poder fazer com que as expressões faciais sejam fáceis de identificar, a gente perceber quando a pessoa está mentindo, né? Falando a verdade, etc.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Se você achar que a vítima está mentindo, mas não tiver prova, você pode acusá-la. E para acusar, a gente tem que apresentar evidências, né? Então o jogo está dando a dica aí de que ela está mentindo e que temos provas contra. Que é o que a gente vai fazer agora.
You're lying, Miss Coletta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Podemos usar as evidências que a gente coletou para poder acusar a vítima de mentira, né? No caso vai ser esse voucher aqui dessa receita de brincos, que foi feita pelo nome da moça, da Clovis.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Coletta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God! I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Beleza, então o jogo mostrou que mesmo que a gente for acertando e errando as perguntas, né, as acusações, as músicas vão indicando isto para nós.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Se você achar que a vítima está mentindo, mas não tiver provas, você pode escolher a opção de agir como um policial mau, vamos dizer assim, né? E a indicação do que a gente tem que fazer agora é isto.
You're making me angry, Miss Coletta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
É interessante como que a expressão facial da vítima, ou suspeito, né, ou da testemunha, indica se ela está mentindo pra gente ou não. O que é muito bacana de a gente prestar atenção na hora que a gente estiver pensando na resposta certa para poder dar depois que a pessoa tiver dado o testemunho dela, né?
How many shots did you hear, Miss Coletta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
Se você achar que a vítima, que a testemunha está sendo sincera, você pode escolher agir como um policial bom.
I need you to concentrate, Miss Coletta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang, and then another, and then 3 very quickly, close together. 5.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Beleza, então o jogo está falando pra gente que à medida que a gente for acertando as respostas e for acumulando pontos, a gente vai subindo no ranking, né? A gente pode usar os pontos que a gente adquiriu para poder ajudar a gente a encontrar pistas nos cenários, ajudar a gente a descobrir com mais facilidade as respostas corretas, quando a gente tiver com dúvida no comentário da testemunha, e etc.
We have the murder weapon.
And the murderer. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
You You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Então agora vamos dar um de investigador profissa. Beleza, então vamos para a lojinha do camarada. Eita.
Have you got a death wish?
Bom, como ninguém vai comentar mais nada, né? Devo comentar aqui que faz muita diferença no jogo os locais que a gente explora. Se a gente decide investigar um local primeiro do que outro, a gente tem a opção de fazer isso, isso pode influenciar no resultado final da investigação e no nosso desempenho também no trabalho como detetive, fraga. O que também vai fazer diferença no momento de acumular pontos e tal, e resolver os casos e coletar pistas novas, né? Bacana a ambientação aqui da cidade de Los Angeles. Muito doido mesmo, Rockstar. Tá de parabéns, né? Como sempre, né? Lojinha de armas e pá.
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Caillou. Edgar Caillou was his name. Thing looks like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
Do you know where we can find Mr. Kalu?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Beleza, acho que a gente dá uma olhada em algum documento ali e tal, da venda de armas, mas pelo visto não. Devemos ir direto então para a joalheria do Kalu. Vamos olhar aqui os locais. Selecionar aqui a joalheria do camarada. Camarada é ótimo. Do camarada. E daqui a gente segue. E é bem aqui pertinho. Bom que nesse jogo também a gente consegue mandar nosso parceiro dirigir no nosso lugar. A gente corta a viagem também para economizar tempo também, quando a gente quiser. Tiver preguiça de dirigir, por exemplo.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
A câmera deu uma virada sem querer. Olha o cara fazendo gestos. Volta aqui, rapaz.
Kalu, get back here!
Vamos usar a arma pra mirar no camarada. Só tem que ser na rua aqui, não vai dar certo não. Opa, que isso? Quase que foi atropelado aqui, mano. Agora sim. Carrega.
Too late, Kalu!
E temos que carregar o círculozinho ali pra poder dar um tiro de ameaça.
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
E a carinha dele.
The case that makes you and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Nem um pouco pressionado ele também, né?
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that. You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Beleza, a gente vai julgar então se ele está falando a verdade ou não. E temos que tomar cuidado na hora de usar a constituição também para poder auxiliar nos nossa investigação, né? Beleza, então. Eu estou acreditando que ele está mentindo, pelo fato da mulher ter identificado ele, né? Então vamos soltar o verbo aí, vamos ver o que dá.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
É isso mesmo, as evidências são chaves na hora de desmentir os caras ou pegar eles na mentira, né? No caso. Tem que manter as evidências sempre em mente na hora das entrevistas para poder não acusar o cara de falso e ferrar com a nossa investigação, né? Fazer com que a vítima não coopere mais conosco. E a evidência que a gente tem contra ele é essa daqui, de que a menina identificou ele na cena lá.
We know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony is going to stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Aí o cara acabou dando pra gente uma pista nova aí.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Vamos ver com o nosso notebook. Se tem alguma coisa falando a respeito disso? Acredito que não. Eu acredito que não, então vou considerar a resposta como um policial mole do quadrado.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy putt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage. I respect your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Se ferrou.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just, Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, Boyle. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
Aí o Cole vai ser promovido então, cara. De policial de patrulha é o investigador. Graças a essas belas performances. Aí, ó, relatório final. Todos os detalhes a respeito da promoção, sobre instintos de investigação e etc. Beleza. Hora do loading infinito. Dando um troféuzinho, provavelmente pelo avanço na história do jogo. Belos cartões postais. Esse aqui é o momento que você fica sem ter o que comentar e vai falando coisas aleatórias. Olha só o jornal, a gente cheio de anúncios ali. Galerinha trabalhando, fumando um cigarrinho.
Here's your new desk, kid. You're on traffic. The hot sheet is posted here, next to the map.
What's his problem?
That's Biggs. He's an institution.
So this is what all the fuss is about. Why couldn't they build a freeway that goes past my place?
They haven't even approved the money yet, kid. The bond issue won't be till December. It'll be years before any of this will happen. Here's your new partner, Stefan Burkowski.
I've heard all about you, Phelps. You go easy on me and let me earn the odd citation, and maybe we'll get along fine.
I'm here to learn, Detective.
He's an intense one, isn't he, Mel?
Who's intense?
The newly minted detective here, Cole Phelps.
Hi, Phelps. I'll be keeping an eye on you. I could spend a little time basking in reflected glory. Make a change from busting hookers and dope fiends.
Who was that, Commander?
Roy Earl, chief detective and advice.
Do they all dress like movie stars?
Well, Roy is a movie star. And the whole of the seedy side of L.A. is his audience.
What is that supposed to mean?
Stick with me, kid. You'll find out.
And now some housekeeping. Warm Central Division welcome for Detective Cole Phelps. Some of you guys may know Phelps. He's the cop who broke the jewelry store murder. Stand up and take a bow, Phelps.
If it's all right with you,
That's
sir.
That's an order, Phelps.
Shh, quiet, everybody.
Phelps is one of only 2 serving LAPD officers who received the Silver Star during the war. Really gave it those lousy Japanese, eh, Phelps?
I did my best, Captain.
Why you war heroes always so modest? I've partnered Phelps with everybody's favorite Pole, Stefan Burkowski.
Hope you like work, kid. Bukowski sure as hell doesn't.
Well, that's why we have partners, right?
Okay, can it, guys. Stick with Burkowski. He's a good cop. He knows traffic inside and out. I'm going to start you out with 1 case. You do okay, I'll give you a couple more. You screw up, you'll be rousting vagrants and running license plates. Now get down to the PE Freight Depot, 6th and Alameda. A patrolman called in a suspicious vehicle. Signs of foul play. See what you can find out.
Come on, Phelps.
Beleza, então, vamos encerrando aqui antes que dê sequência na história, né? Só para falar para vocês que no próximo episódio nós continuamos, né? Então espero que vocês tenham curtido aí. Estou gostando bastante, né, de reviver este clássico, vamos dizer assim. E a gente se vê em breve, então. No próximo episódio eu dou uma olhadinha aqui nas outras coisas, nos uniformes, nas roupas e tal. Beleza? Então falou para vocês. Até a próxima.